Hi Jagdish. Hi Kamalita. Hi Prakash. Good evening. Good evening Bhavani. Good evening Alagendran. Good evening Mahaleshmi. Good evening Naga. Good evening Rohini. Hi Jacob. Uh, Hi Lavanya. Hi Leela. I'm just going to welcome everyone first, yeah? Good evening to everyone. Hi Parthivan. Hi Geeta. Hi Darshini. Can I get some confirmation? You can hear me loudly and clearly, and you can also see me clearly. Hi Punita. Hi Kelly. Hi Ramesh. Hi Ganesan. Hi Ranjini. Hi Maha. Hi Hannah. Very good. Hi Rama. Hi Shashi. Good evening, everyone. I'm just going to wait for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to start. Okay, like usual, we'll let everybody come in. Hi Uma, all the way from Penang. Hi Rajakumari. Hi Prabha. Hi Jay. Shamla. I'm just welcoming everyone. I'm so excited that you could spare time. Hi Vilashini. Hi Satya. Hi Chewing. Good evening, everybody. Hi Ganesan. Hi Janita. Hey, Janita, you could make it. I thought you can. You mentioned just now you might not be able to make it. Hi Gauri. Hi Sudha. Hi Madhuri. I've got a mixed crowd today. I've got people who have listened to me talk before, and I've got people who are watching me for the first time. So I need to. Hi Prabhakaran. Hi Nicholas. Hi Revati. So for those who are already have heard me speak before, then I guess this is going to be a refresher. For those who are listening to me for the first time, I guess it's going to be very enlightening because you're going to learn a lot of things about law of attraction. Um, Hi Sakuntala. Hi. Hi Soman. Good to see you. Wait, hang on. I think I need to put a do not disturb sign so that. Okay. Hi Arul. Good evening. Hi Din. Hi. My good friend Din is also in here. Welcome everyone. Hi Koshni. Welcome. We should start in about 2 minutes. Okay. So just let me welcome everybody first, and then I'll get started. Yeah, because I just don't want people to just start coming in when I've already started. So 2 minutes, then I'll tell you what exactly I'm going to do. Hi Philo. Hi Meenakshi. Hi Rega. Welcome to the session. Hi Logis. Hi Vijay. Hi Ramesh. Hi Priya. Hi Sasha. Good evening. Good evening to all of you. One more minute, then I'll get started. Okay? Bear with me, eh? Bear with me. I've got people from all over. I've got people from India watching. I've got people from Australia. I've got people from Vietnam watching. Hi, Gail. You managed to get through. And hi, Navina. Hi, Shai. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Brinda. Okay, one more minute, yeah? Hi, Devindran. Hi, Jovi. Hi, Vani. Shai, thank you for the chocolate cake today. Yeah, we thoroughly enjoyed the chocolate cake you gave us. Thank you so much. Good Mother's Day gift from my wife. Thank you. Hi, Shanita. So I'm going to start out by telling Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers who are watching today's talk. Really, it's a good day. I also know that some people could not come on board because they said it's Mother's Day and therefore they might not be able to actually join in. Hi, Mr. Chok. Mr. Chok is my maths teacher from 30, 40 years ago. He's here watching as well. Hi, Rama. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Honey, all the way from Kuantan. Okay, so as I said, Happy Mother's Day. And for those of you, I think we have got two groups of people here. One group has already listened to me speak about this law of attraction before. As you know, when the MCO started, I had my first session, which was on the 18th, I think for until 31st. Then I had a second session from the 4th until the 17th. Oh no, 4th and 17th is going on now. And then I had another session that took place, 4th, 17, and then I started a third session, which is from 17 onwards. Now, the thing is this, so I've got here people who have listened to me talk, and they are here today. Maybe you have questions, maybe it's a refresher. Very happy for you. I also have a lot of people here that are new, who just started following my program. So since you just started following, maybe you are still not clear about the 7 exercises that I've given in the last 7 days. So I will go through that. But let's go back to the words about Mother's Day. I always said this, for law of attraction to work, you need to be blessed. And you must always have blessings. And I always say the most important blessing is your mom's blessings. So it's very, very important on Mother's Day. If you have any issues with your mom, whatever, I think the best day for you to call up and ask for forgiveness and, become friends again. Even if you don't want to call up for whatever reason, sit quietly somewhere and, do a prayer and then bless your mom so that she blesses you back. Even if your mom might not bless you, but her soul will bless you back because you are blessing her. So it's very, very important you have Mother's Day, Mother's blessing. Yeah? So really, honestly, I always say mother is very, very important. Dad not so much because dad just donated the sperm. But mom carried you for 9 months and therefore mom is very, very important. In fact, you and mom, all of us, with our mom, we're connected because we were born, our umbilical cord was connected to mom. And that means there's energy pods, 114 energy pods between you and your mom. And therefore, that's why even now, your mom will know when you're sick. Your mom will know when you're, having some issues. Suddenly, your mom will call you and say, "Are you okay?" All this happens because your mom is connected to you in a soul level. Yeah? So it is so important for you to be in good terms with your mom. Yeah, very, very important. Yeah? So if you can't get blessings from your mom, at least don't get curses lah. Let's put it that way lah. Yeah. If you, for whatever reason, because I do not know your relationship with your mom, I do not know what you've gone through, so it's not fair for me to just tell all of you, just get back going because you would know the situation better. But I do cover something on day 12. Day 12 of my exercise. Today is day 7. Day 12, I'll cover something called Ho'oponopono. And Ho'oponopono actually allows you to heal any kind of relationship issues we have, anybody, including your mom. So wait for day 12. And I'll talk to you about Ho'oponopono and how to heal this relationship probably you might have, yeah? Now, so like I said, today's session, I'll probably take about an hour. And today's session is actually specifically for the third group that started the third session. Because I said I already run 2 sessions. And this is the third session I'm doing. And the third round, so some of you have just joined me. I think I've got 100 people who just joined me in the third group. And I think quite a number of you are here today, so you probably want to listen to me talk on that, yeah? I also wanted to remind you something. If all of you want to do this, you can start a watch party, okay? If you look down on your screen, there's something called share. You can click the share, or I think it will say there watch party or share. You click that, and then when the moment you click it, it will go to your contact list. It will ask you who do you want to share it. And you automatically, in fact, it will go to your Facebook page, and all your friends can watch it. And that's a good way because when your friends do watch it and they do benefit from it, I always say this, I said if you invite any of your friends to watch my program, do my sessions, and if their life becomes better, when their life becomes better, the blessings, that comes out of it doesn't just come to me because I'm teaching this, but it comes to you because you are the one who introduced them to the program. So now I give you 30 seconds. If down there, right at the bottom of your screen, you can see share, click share. If you see down there, it says watch party, click watch party. And quickly invite all your friends, okay, and whoever you feel, or invite the people specifically you feel should watch this particular session, yeah, because I think it is such a powerful session, that you should really help other people to get involved in. Yeah, so important. I don't know how many of you know this. By the way, this 14-day program that I'm doing actually is, if I would, I sell this program, by the way. Yeah? I do this program outside. Yeah? I sell it for 1,200 ringgit. 14-day or 14 module program, which I put as 14 days. And I've got 1-day program I do for 500 ringgit, and a 2-hour talk for about 20-30 ringgit. But 14-day complete program is normally about 1,200. So during this MCO, since so many of you having, not you, so many people having financial issues, so many people are depressed, so many people are not sure what to do. So my wife is the one who suggested that maybe I should do a 14-day program to help as many people as possible, and that's how I started this program. I started on the 18th when the MCO started, and went on to the first session, then the second session. Now I'm doing the third session now, and I'm so happy because the response has been fantastic, and a lot of people have benefited from it and are benefiting from it. I've got so many testimonials from so many of you. Maybe next week, after the session, I'll share some of the testimonials I'm getting from so many of you. So really, like I said, I'm doing it free. It's a sad thing if you are not following the exercises. People are still giving me excuses like, I didn't have time to do this, I didn't have time to do that. I am telling people, if you can find time to eat and go toilet and bathe and whatever, find some time to do these exercises. They are not very difficult to do. It's just an intention whether you want to do them or not. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, so this is the third session, and I started the 14-day program, which is going on now, and I started on the 4th, I believe. Yes, today is the 10th, correct? Yeah, okay. I started on the 4th of May, and this is going on until 17th of May. And 14 days, there are 14 exercises. So what I've done is I've done 7 exercises until now. And so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to actually run through these exercises one by one, the 7 exercises, and also explain a little bit more about law of attraction. So what I'm going to do is I've decided to divide my session into 3 sessions, maybe about 15-20 minutes each. Yeah. The first 15-20 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about what exactly is law of attraction, why it's so powerful. You might have heard about it. You might have heard of The Secret. You might have heard of so many things. But is it good? Is it powerful? Is it, how powerful it is? So that's the first thing I'm going to talk about. Then I will talk to you about the 7 exercises, day 1 to day 7. Go through the exercises and explain, and then I will take question and answer. So my suggestion is, if all of you have got any questions, now please hold on these questions until I said text in the questions. Yeah? So wait for about half an hour or so, then you can text in the question when I ask you. Yeah. So I repeat. Yeah. So today's session, first 15-20 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about law of attraction and how powerful it is. Why is it powerful? And I'm talking from experience. I've been practicing and I'm teaching this for the last 12 years. And I've got hundreds and hundreds of testimonials. And I think some of you might know already that I'm getting my doctorate, specifically in law of attraction, Ho'oponopono, in June from the university in France. And that's because of the number of testimonials I have from people who have gone through my program. Like I said, when I do it outside, I charge 1,200 ringgit for 14 days. Now, all of you getting it free. So I really take the opportunity to do this program seriously. Yeah. So like I said, 15-20 minutes why law of attraction, 15-20 minutes about the 7 exercises, and then 15-20 minutes question and answer. So what will happen is, next Sunday, which means starting tomorrow is day 8, and then we'll go until the day 14. Next Sunday, I will cover the next 7 exercises, which is from day 8 to day 14. Okay, so that's a bit of introduction. Let's get started. Okay, and talk to you about what is law of attraction about. First of all, I need to tell you that when I was young, I was reading a lot of books about, because I'm from the estate. My parents were rubber tappers. I grew up in the estate, and I already didn't have money, wanted to be rich, and I was told there were 3 ways to become rich. Number 1 is to, be born rich. Well, I was not born rich. My parents were rubber tappers. I grew up in a family of 12 brothers and sisters, 9th in the family. Very happy family, loving family, but of course, we were not rich. Second way to become rich is marry somebody rich, and I went to university. I met my wife. At that time, my girlfriend, I met this lady. Today, of course, she's my wife. And she used to come in different cars every other week, Honda Proload and all. I thought, wow, so I thought that's good, marry someone like her and be rich, because she's got different cars. Only later I found out her father is a car salesman, or a sales manager. So obviously that's when she brings different cars before her father gets to sell the car. Okay, anyway. Third is to work hard until you become rich. That's what I was told. 3 ways to become rich. So I have an accounting degree. I studied very hard, and then I worked in Bank Nagara as an auditor. A good place to work. I did my MBA and became a CEO of my own training company. But I just realized that there was something missing in about being rich and being wealthy and being happy and successful. And in about 15 years ago, the book Secret came out, and I read the book, and then I found out there was another book called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. Science of Getting Rich was written in 1910, and the book was very powerful. It's a book that those of you who want an ebook or WhatsApp me. I'll send you an ebook of this Science of Getting Rich, yeah, and then read the book. It's a really powerful book. And after reading all this book, I became very intrigued. Then I read another book by Michael J. Lozier about law of attraction. So, and then what I did, I went to Canada. I was there about 14 days. I did a training program. I became a certified law of attraction trainer 12 years ago. So I came back and then started to teach this. And of course, it's very powerful. Now, Michael J. Lozier says, I want to give credit to him because he's the one who got me into this thing, yeah. And Michael J. Lozier in his book says, law of attraction is whatever you give attention, energy, and focus will come to you. Positive or negative. Now repeat that. Whatever you give attention, whatever you're always thinking about, whatever you give energy, that means you're again thinking about, because when you think about it, you're giving it energy, right? And you focus on it, you're totally focused on it. So when you do attention, energy, and focus, you're so focused on it that it comes into your life, because the subconscious brain thinks that's what you want. That's the thing. I'll give you an example shortly. Yeah? So that's what you want. So it comes into your life. The problem is it could be positive or negative, which means if you focus on a lot of negativity, negative comes to your life. If you focus on a lot of positivity, positivity comes to your life. So the reason I started doing this program during the MCU is because when the MCU started, a lot of people became very negative about loss of job, don't know what to do, don't know where to go, don't know how they're going to survive and all that. So I thought it's good for me if I can do this program and share with you that, it doesn't have to be that way, ultimately, if you believe in God or you believe in universe, you must remember that God will always know what's best. God will provide. In fact, if you read all religious scriptures, it will tell you that when God creates something or universe creates something, like for example, the coronavirus, yeah, it has got a solution for it and there's a reason for it. So I'm a person who believes in that. I don't believe it was politically, I don't believe all that. I believe that God knows everything. Politically, whatever people decide, but universe will decide how to get going with it. So anyway, so whatever you give attention, energy, focus comes to you. And many people have got a lot of issues. I give an example, simplest example, about how whatever you give attention, energy, and focus comes to you, because I like to give examples so that it makes more sense to you. First example, do you know that if you like a car, you particularly like a car, let's say you like BMW or you want to buy a Honda City or Honda Civic or you want to buy a Camry. So now in your mind, you like this particular car, Honda Camry. Oh, I love the car. I really wish I could buy the car. I want the car. And you start thinking about the car. Do you know that once you start thinking about the car, you'll see the car everywhere. You go to a shopping center, you see the car passes by everywhere. You drive around, you see the car. Even if you're in a public zone, you see the car. And your neighbor drives, and you say, oh my God, what is happening? What is happening? Now, I will tell you what is happening shortly. But that's what this law of attraction is doing. Law of attraction is bringing to you whatever you give attention, energy, and focus. I give you another example, still on the car. You can also think negatively, right? For example, you are driving your car, you are in your current car, and you're thinking negatively, like for example, I think I should change my color. This car is giving me a lot of problem now. I think I should buy another car, And suddenly what happens is you notice your current car gives you problem. Your battery goes dead, the car gives you problem. And you say, my God, what is happening now? I thought that, I want to buy a new car. But the moment you think, you see, both ways works. Because when you think of it positively, you start seeing new cars. But when you think of your car negatively and think that, I need to change this car. This is a very old car, I don't know how long it's going to last. And this car will start giving you problems. You see? So it is so important that, like what Mahatma Gandhi says, what Gautama Buddha says, what everybody says, that you are a product of your thought. You're a product of your thought. What you think will come through. So you've got to be very, very careful to think of. I'll give you another example. A simplest example, how too much of thinking creates a problem. I can't see all of you. There are almost 150 of you watching me live. Then, of course, there are watch party people are watching me. But I want to ask you a question. Raise your hands. How many of you, if you drink coffee, you cannot sleep? Okay, I repeat. If you drink coffee, you cannot sleep. If you, raise your hands in your own place, yeah, home or wherever you are. Now, there are 150 of you watching me, but I will tell you something. The number of people who put up your hand is probably about 15 to 20 people. So 15 to 20 people put up your hand and said, oh, if I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. But 130 of you didn't put up your hand. Now, question. You cannot sleep. Is it because of the coffee? Is it because of the caffeine? Now, if it is true that if coffee cannot make you sleep, then all 140, 50 of you cannot sleep. But why is it that only 10, 20 people cannot sleep? It's simple. Programming. What do I mean by programming? So those of you who put up your hand and say, if you drink coffee, you cannot sleep, right? Let me tell you what happened. One day you couldn't sleep. You just couldn't sleep. Let's put it away. You just couldn't sleep and you were thinking, why I cannot sleep today? My God, why I cannot sleep today? Then you realize, oh my God, I drank coffee today. And you said, oh my God, no wonder I cannot sleep because I drank coffee today. That's the what you call programming. It goes into your brain and programs, Then what happens is, a couple of days later you have dinner, and you drink coffee. Okay? And when you drink coffee, you halfway and you say, oh my God, I drank coffee again today. Do we finish? Today I surely cannot sleep. There's no way I'm going to sleep today because I drank coffee again. That's the second programming. Now, subsequently, what happens is you start telling people, you tell, hey, you know why? What is it? I drink coffee, I cannot sleep, I really, if I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. Now, when you say it again and again and again and again, you're giving attention, energy, and focus. And what happens is it goes into your brain, and then whenever you drink coffee, you see, our subconscious brain is there to protect us. That means what you tell your subconscious brain again and again and again, it will make it happen. So when you keep telling your subconscious brain, if I drink coffee, I cannot sleep, then what happens is it takes over. So much so whenever you drink coffee, you cannot sleep. And you'll be wondering, but I didn't think about it, Mr. Karthi. Exactly, you didn't think about it, but it's already programmed. I give you an example. You go to work every day. You drive back, you drive back. The first time you're going to work, you're driving, you have to think which road, how to go, whatever. Then you have to think a few days. And then after a while, you go do this every week, every day, every month. Do you know now, if you go to work in your car and a phone call comes, you can be speaking on the phone, you can reach your workplace. Similarly, when you're coming back home, you can be on the phone, you reach your home. Why? Because it's been programmed every day. So this is the reason why you got to be very careful about what you keep thinking about, what you read, what do you say yes to. Every morning, WhatsApp messages come. What do you say yes to? You say yes to all the negative things. Like, for example, you need to struggle before you get a better life. You say yes, you're affirming it. Success is a struggle. You're affirming it. Only people who suffer have got a better life. You're affirming it. Success is not an elevator, lift. It's a staircase. You know what it means? It means you cannot take a lift to success. You have to walk up and suffer. You affirm it. That's what is going to happen in your life. Who said so? Because you're thinking about it. So it is so important for you to understand that what you're programming will come through. So law of attraction is, what are you putting into your brain? What are you thinking again and again and again? So it's simple. Starting from today, if you don't believe me, test. Okay, do this. Starting today, you drink coffee. Those of you who said, if I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. You drink coffee. As you're drinking, you say, I will have a peaceful sleep today. I will have a sound sleep today. I'll have a peaceful sleep today. I'll have a sound. You do this. Of course, the first 1 week, 2 weeks, you drink coffee, you won't be able to sleep because you're reprogramming. But I tell you this, 21 days from today. Why 21 days? Because it takes 21 days to reprogram your neurons in the brain. 21 days from today, I'm telling you today, 22nd, 23rd onwards. Okay? I bet on it, you'll sleep. Even if you drink coffee. I know this. You know why I know this? Example, simple as that. We all wake up every morning at a certain time, right? Okay? During the MCO, you woke up at a different time. But do you know that if you've been working at the same time every day during work hour, even now at that point in time, you'll wake up. Even Saturday, Sunday, you'll wake up at the same time. Why? Because you've been programmed. See, the mind is extremely powerful. I'll give you some other examples, yeah? People you don't like. Again, I'm telling you about where you give attention, energy, and focus, you do. Some of you don't like people in your office. There are people in the office you don't like, right? Or maybe your boss, maybe your subordinate, maybe your salespeople or whatever, right? So you go to the office, you're thinking, I hope I don't see this person. I hope I don't see the person. I hope I don't see. You're walking in and the first thing you do, you see this person. You say, oh my God, why am I seeing this person? Who asked you to think about the person? Similarly, you're sitting and you're getting a phone call. And let's say you answer calls or customer service or whatever, and you say, I hope this customer won't call. I hope difficult customers won't call. I hope an idiot won't call. And people call you and you take and say, why such people call me? Same thing. Who has you to think about that? That's work, right? Okay. What about personal? So, okay, some of you here, ladies, maybe you're not married. Okay. So, ladies, not married, and then you would have probably your auntie or uncle always say, "Hey, how come you're so old already? You're not married? How come you're old, getting old, you're not married?" And you hate this uncle, you hate this auntie, who always say, "How come you're not married?" So, what happens is, now you already hate this uncle and auntie, and you know that if you go for a wedding, they're going to be somewhere. You go for a dinner, they're going to be there. So let's say you're going for a wedding, and chances are you're going to be there, and you tell yourself, I hope I don't see the auntie. I hope I don't see this auntie. I hate this auntie. I hate this. I hope I do. And you know what? As you're walking to the wedding, at the entrance, the auntie is there looking at you and says, so why haven't you got married? And you say, my God, why first thing I see is the auntie's face. Question, who asked you to think about auntie? See, in every circumstances is because you have thought about it first. That's what it comes to you, yeah? Other examples, yeah? Financial problems. Why do people have financial problems? Why? Simple, because people are focused on all the time about bills to pay lah, or I got not enough money lah, the money finishes before end of the month lah. Nowadays inflation is very high, so money is not enough lah. Listen to me, my friends. Listen to me, all of you are working. For those who are working, do you know from the day you started working until today, your salary has gone up, your salary has gone up, your salary has gone up. If from the day you started working until today, your salary has gone down, please quit the job. You're in the wrong place. But I'm sure your salary has gone up. Now, if your salary has gone up, why is it that you're going to inflation? No. I'm telling you today, it's because of the way you think. In fact, I'll tell you what will happen. Many of you say things like this. You know what, Mr. Karthi? Every time money comes, for example, you get bonuses. Every time money comes, expenses also come. Every time money, true enough, you get bonus, expense will come. Why? You're thinking about it. I'll tell you another reason why you have financial problems. Whenever people ask you, hey, how are you? Simple. How are you? What do you say? Many of you will say surviving, okay, so-so. Do you know so-so means like that? Surviving means just chuko. Some people say, how are you? Chuko makan. How are you? Chuko. Of course lah. So what happens is when you make money, since you keep saying chuko makan, you will have just enough to survive. Some people, how are you? Broke. How are you? Broke. Listen, I've got a lot of my Muslim friends watching here. In the Quran is written there, anything you say 40 times becomes a dua. It's a request. It's a prayer. Anything you say 40 times. So when people ask you, how are you? Broke. How are you? Broke. You say broke 400 times in a day. No wonder you have got financial problems. So a lot of you don't realize that law of attraction is already working and you don't realize that, yeah? So why does this work? Two reasons. One is a scientific reason, and the other one is a spiritual reason. So I'm going to talk to you both, yeah? Scientific reason, okay? Let's talk about scientifically. Why does this work? In our brain, there's something called a reticular activation system. Okay, I repeat, reticular activating system, RAS. You can Google, you can just Google RAS and it will come out. A lot of write-ups come about reticular activation system. So law of attraction or whatever you're thinking about comes into your life because of two reasons. One, scientific reason, and the other one is spiritual reason. So I'll talk about scientific reason. So the scientific thing is because of this thing called the RAS. Now RAS is like a GPS. Do you know if you get into your car, whether you use GPS, normal Google Maps, or whether you use Waze, do you know the moment you key in the place you want to go to, your directions are set, it will just it will reach, and you'll be wondering, sometimes the GPS and Waze will take you to all kind of places, but you reach the destination because you keyed in the GPS, right? So similarly, RAS, our scientific, our RAS, a reticular activation, is like a GPS inside here. Okay, in fact, sometimes people call it the third eye, sometimes people call it the pineal gland, but anyway, the system is there. RAS is inside your brain. So what happens is anything you put inside. So for example, how are you broke? How are you broke? How are you broke? How are you broke? It goes into RAS. RAS job is to make sure you're always broke. GP as well. I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. I drink coffee, I cannot sleep. It goes into your brain. It goes into your RAS. When you drink coffee, you won't be able to sleep. I'm telling you today. So the reason why I came out with a 14-day program is to reprogram this RAS again. the first 7 days exercise to reprogram the RAS. The second 7 days program is actually bring in the spiritual intervention. That's why there are two reasons this happens. One, scientific, and that's the reason why I say I have 7 days of exercise to reprogram your RAS. Then the second 7 days of exercise, which is from day 8 tomorrow onwards until day 14, is to create what you call the spiritual reason on how you can attract people. So like I mentioned to you, so the scientific reason why all this happens is because of the RAS. Yeah. Now let's talk about the spiritual reason. Yeah, because scientific is one law, spiritual is another. Listen, I don't know whether you believe in God or not. I always say this: if you don't believe in God, find one quickly. But more importantly, I think if you don't believe in God, at least believe there's a universe that is guiding us in many ways. There's energy. Simplest example, when you drink coffee, it comes out as pee. Different color, right? How? Eat food, comes out as shit. How? So something is working within us. So of course it's your heart, your lungs, and your stomach, and everything is working. You're breathing, you go to sleep, you get up, and you wake up and you like, you never even think, am I breathing or not, whatever not, right? So how? So this is the spiritual explanation for it. Think of it this way, okay? You heard of law of gravity, correct? You have law of gravity, okay. All of you, I'll ask you a question. Why is it that Earth is round and we are in Earth and we could be anywhere, but we don't fall down, Earth is just moving on its axis, circulating, but we don't fall down, Why is it we don't fall down? People say, oh, gravity, because gravity holds us, so we don't, that's why we can walk and, do whatever. Now, if somebody passes away, somebody dies, right? When somebody dies, is the law of gravity there? Answer is yes. Law of gravity is always there, whether you are dead or alive. So when you're alive, when somebody is walking and standing, you say, oh, because of gravity. Now, if he's dead, gravity is there. But why is it somebody cannot stand? He won't be able to stand, right? He cannot stand. Why? Because something inside him has left him. That's a soul, a spirit, energy left him. Now, let me tell you something, my friends. That particular part is called the superconscious of you. Okay, let me explain. Our brain have got conscious and subconscious. Conscious brain, whenever you're awake, it's awake. When you're sleeping, it will sleep. Subconscious brain is awake 24 hours. That's why when you're sleeping, you can have dreams because your subconscious brain is awake. But the spirit or Atma or soul, whatever, it's what you call a superconscious part of you. Now, the superconscious one is the one that's connected to divine, which is God or the universe out there. Now, what it means is this. When you do your 7 days law of attraction, first 7 days, you reprogram your conscious and subconscious brain. When you're doing the next 7 days of program, you're getting connected to your soul. When this comes together, the message goes to divine. Law of attraction starts working for you, things starts coming into your life. That's why all 14 days are very important for you to do. So coming back to you again, so on a spiritual level, you need to stay connected to your soul or your spirit or the energy within you. If you don't believe in soul, spirit, it doesn't matter. The energy within you. So you must be connected to this energy. Example of an energy is like, for example, reception. Like for example, you have a handphone. You just bought a new handphone, very good handphone, but you are inside a lift and trying to make a phone call. You can't get through because there's no network, no reception, correct? Similarly, many of you don't realize that many of the times that you are not connected to the universe because you're not connected to the soul. You're not connected to the energy. And you're not connected to that power that will bring it to you. Now, I know this energy is there. I'll tell you why. I'll give you some examples. In terms of animals, now, you must agree with me that all living creatures have got same energy and soul. We are living, we are breathing. Similarly, all insects and birds and whatever is living has got a soul. So let's talk about the first one. Let's talk about mosquitoes. Okay. Now we have a brain, we have a soul. Mosquito has got a brain, has got a soul. More importantly, the soul. Now, do you know? I don't know how many of you know this. Do you know a mosquito? By the way, mosquitoes will bite, normally female mosquitoes, not male mosquitoes. Do you know when you want to, the mosquitoes, what happens is the female mosquitoes, they bite everybody. But do you know that they do not bite a woman who is more than 4 months pregnant. That means when a woman is 4 months pregnant, the mosquito won't bite her. They've done a lot of research. They've done a lot of research. They put a woman in a chamber, 4 months pregnant, and put mosquitoes inside, won't bite. They're shocked, how come the mosquito doesn't bite? Now let me ask you something, and I think most of you know this, I'll tell you something. Somebody asked this question, how do I get connected to the soul? Let me just answer the question. Simple. The exercises from day 8 to day 14 is how to get connected to your soul. So please do the exercises from day 8 to day 14, you'll get connected to the soul. Coming back. So, very simple. When a pregnant lady goes to a doctor and says, doctor, let's say she wants to do an abortion. She wants to abort the baby, and the doctor will say, how many months pregnant? Oh, okay. If it's less than 3 months, you can still do abortion. After 3 months, you cannot do abortion, because if I do an abortion after more than 3 months, you and the mother and the baby will have issues. So both will die. So therefore, less than 3 months. So the vision 4 months and above, the mother is already carrying the baby, and it's very, very dangerous that could be life-threatening for both mother and the baby. How did a mosquito know that? How did a mosquito know that I should not bite a pregnant woman more than 4 months? You know what? Soul. The soul tells it. The soul is connected to God. God tells the soul, and the mosquito doesn't bite. No scientific explanation for this. Spiritual. Give me a second example. Ants. Now, from mosquito, we go to ants. Okay. Now, ants, okay. Do you know ants like everything sweet? So what happens if in your house, you will look around, might not see any ants. Okay. If you see a lot of ants in your house, then your house is very dirty. I assume you don't see a lot of ants. But let's say you have ants, you drop a little bit of sugar somewhere. Say, for example, in your house, you just drop. The moment you drop a little bit of sugar, suddenly ants come from all over, ants will come. Okay, so it will come and it will crowd around the sugar. So ants, why do ants come? Very simple. What is the ants' only focus? Focus is food. You see, ants, that's what they do 24 hours. Look for food, look for food, look for food, look for food, look for food. Eat, shit, sleep, and die. Finish. That's it. I don't know whether they sleep or not, but they die. So the focus is, the objective of an ant is to look for food. Okay, that's it. Now, if the ant's objective is to look for food, that means, and they are connected to the superconscious, which is the soul, and so on. So the soul will direct them, And wherever the sugar is, the ant will come. From whichever corner it will come. Listen, they don't have a GPS, nothing. It's not smell. Come on, ants cannot smell so far, It's not a smell. But what happens is they will come, and they won't come directly. They'll do zig and come. But the funny thing is even if you say, no, it's the senses or whatever, let me tell you something. Let's say you take a bowl of sugar. Now, of course, a bowl of sugar is more than a drop of sugar. You take a bowl of sugar. You take a big plate and pour water. So there's water, and then you put a bowl of sugar in the middle, and you keep somewhere in a house. Now, drop of sugar is different. This is a bowl of sugar. So if you say smell, a drop of sugar is nothing compared to a bowl of sugar, right? And you put the ants won't come. The ants won't come. Now, let me tell you this. It's not that ants will come, look and see, got water, and turn back and make a U-turn. No, the ants won't come. It does not even come near the... Now, how did the ant, from wherever it is, know that I cannot attain the sugar? Now, this is what I know. I do know that the only objective of an ant is to look for food. The universe knows, and the subconscious brain knows, that or subconscious part of the human being or the spirit knows, the ant's only function is to get food. So when the food is not attainable, the spirit or the soul or whatever won't tell it to go, because you can't get. But the moment there's a drop of sugar which is attainable, immediately the soul will inform the conscious part of the ant, and it goes look for the with the ant. So when I did my research, and I realized that it's actually all human, all souls, if you're connected to the universe, it guides you. So which means, if you want money, if you want material things, if you want success in life, you need to be very, very powerful. You need to understand two things. One, you must be scientifically understand how RAS works, how to reprogram your brain again. That is your conscious and subconscious brain. And the second part of it, you must be able to spiritually connect to the universe. Now, like I said, if you don't believe in God, I'm fine with that. That's your choice. But at least you need to understand there's a universe and there's some energy around us that can guide us. You can call the guardians, the angels, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't really matter to me. In fact, I'll give you one more example, which is again surprising about the power of the animals. Yeah. Obviously, the soul will also guide people in terms of what to do, what not to do. So imagine this. bird kingdom. In eagle is a big bird. Now eagle, what happens is it looks for things from far. It will see it. It will go chase and catch snakes and whatever not, right? So if a snake is going, the eagle will chase the snake. It goes into a say its own house or kingdom or hole. The eagle will actually pull it out and carry it away. Now let's say a small bird like a myna, let's say a sparrow is flying around and an eagle sees it, and let's say the eagle chases it. This has been scientifically videographed by National Geographic, and they've come up with this explanation as well. The eagle will chase the sparrow. Now, the moment the sparrow goes into his own nest, so the myna goes into his own nest, that means his own house. The moment it goes into the own nest or house, the eagle will just go around and go away, will not touch the bird. So the moment the smaller bird goes into his own house, it doesn't touch. Now, I want to ask you something. The eagle chases any other thing which is not its own species and will kill it, but it does not kill a bird species which is smaller. I don't know. Probably its spirit actually tells that you cannot kill people from your own species. I mean, of course, human beings is different. Like, people go into people's house and kill them and do all kind of rubbish, isn't it? But this is why I was so intrigued that means all the animals have got this spirit governing them and guiding them. But we human beings, we have the superconscious brain or superconscious part of this. But the problem with us is we tend to depend too much on our conscious or subconscious brain, which is we look at the reality around us, which is no money, difficult, race, religion, and so on and so forth. So I came up with my 14-day program. And so in this 14-day program, like I said, it's free. So please do all the exercises. Otherwise, you need to pay 1,299 ringgit. Anyway, coming back to the program. Okay, so I came out the 14-day program, and the 14-day program is all about manifestation. That means how do you achieve things in your life. So what I did was I divided them into 3 areas, and I said when you want to manifest something, there are 3 ways to manifest. One is manifestation by default. Manifestation by default would basically mean you are manifesting something because of your upbringing. By default means like what did your parents have told you? Like parents will say, oh no, we are poor people, we cannot succeed. Or, teachers have told you, all your friends have told you, or the environment have told you, what your colleagues have told you, Sometimes you're controlled by default, by your degree. So, oh, you're from this university, good for nothing. Oh, you cannot speak English, you're good for nothing. You're too tall, too thin, too short, too fat. You're this race, you're this religion, whatever, right? So many people live by default. So before my program, if you've never been for my program, if you're watching this for the first time, you could be living by default. You could be thinking about a lot of things in your life about it's not possible because you're living by default. So this default part is the reason why a lot of people suffer in life. I'll give you the simplest example. How many of you, okay, and the problem is when you believe it will happen. Remember, when you believe the coffee is bad for you, if you drink coffee, I believe it. So I'll give you an example under default first. Okay, all of us have got 120 billion neurons. All of us got 120 billion neurons here. Okay, very powerful, okay. This is really powerful. Now, but if I ask a question here, put up your hands. I will say, how many of you, you can actually type it if you want to. How many of you are stupid in maths? I mean, stupid means your maths is bad. You're not good in maths. You're stupid in maths. And I will tell you, out of the 140 or 50 of you are watching me, maybe there'll be about 20 of you are not good in maths, or maybe 50 of you are not good in maths. And probably people say you're so stupid in maths and whatever, and you think you're stupid in maths. Now, we've got 120 billion neurons. The first thing you must understand is this. Next time people call you stupid, you say, what is stupid? What do you mean stupid? I'm not stupid, okay? I've got 120 billion neurons. The problem is I don't know how to use it. I mean, that's a fact, right? Now, why is it somebody stupid in maths? Let me explain to you, yeah? If you are the one who put up the hand and say you're stupid in maths, let me tell you something, yeah? If you say you're stupid in maths, the reason is because when you were in school, when you're in standard 2, teacher asks you timetable. 6 times 2, how many? You say 62, teacher. Teacher says stupid, so the word goes in. Remember? You might not believe it. Teacher says you go and practice, you go and do it. If you cannot do it, I'm going to ask you again tomorrow. Otherwise, you better. So, of course, in standard 2, you don't study. You go back home, you play, Kanda County, you climb coconut tree, you steal mango, you never study, go back to school. Teacher asks again next day, 7 times 2, how many? You say, 9 teacher is stupid, stand on the chair. When teacher is stupid, stand on the chair, and what happens? All your friends will start laughing at you, all of you, them say, stupid, stupid, stupid. Suddenly it goes into your brain. Oh my God, am I stupid? Oh my God, am I stupid? So teacher say, I'm going to ask you again. You better go and study. Tomorrow, if you cannot answer, I'm going to take you to the headmaster. So you're now scared, you go back home, you practice. So you do your 2 timetable, time 1, time 2 timetable, times 6 times 2, 7 times 2, 8 times 2, 9 times 2, and whatever your father saw you, father call you and say, what are you doing? And you say, Father, I'm practicing my timetable. 1 timetable, time 2 timetable, 6 timetable, whatever. Father say, okay, good, good. Let me ask you. And father say, okay, 2 timetable, okay, good. 2 times 8, how many? And you said, Alama, I never studied 8 timetable, I studied 2 times. Because when you're young, you can't tell the difference, correct? They say, oh my God, I don't know. And anyway, because father is asking, you better answer, right? You say 28, father. Father says stupid, not just stupid, father says in capital letters, S-T-U. So it goes in and say, oh my God, my father must insist telling I'm stupid. It goes in. Not only that, you know what fathers do? How come you're so stupid compared to your brothers and sisters? How come you're so stupid compared to your, cousins? And finally, your father might say something like, you know why you're so stupid in maths? Because your mother is stupid in maths. And you said, no wonder I'm so stupid in maths, because I've got my mother's brain. And that is it. Because you believe that it is genetically brought to you, you become stupid in maths. And maths is the same thing. Some of you asked me a question about maths. Simple. When you were in Form 4, you went to Form 4, some idiot came to you and said, oh, Form 4, I'm going to die. At maths, then you're going to die. At maths is tough. You believed in it. At maths became very tough. Physics becomes very tough. So a lot of us don't realize that we have programmed it. So what you believe will happen. So I'm going to do 2 exercises now. Put away everything, whatever you're having. If you're having remote control, whatever, put away everything. Don't hold anything. Paper, pencil, put away. Let's do an exercise. 2 exercises, Because whatever you believe it comes true. Let's do 2 exercises, First exercise, I want you to put your hands like this. Can you see how I put my hands? Okay. You see that my 2 fingers together like that must not touch. It's about 1 centimeter apart. All of you, please do that. Put your hands like this. Your 2 fingers, okay, must not touch. Okay, about 1 centimeter apart. 1 centimeter apart. Now what I want you to do, I want all of you to look at your finger, your own 2 fingers. Look at your 2 fingers. All of you look at your fingers. And then just tell in your brain, there's a tight rubber band around my 2 fingers, pushing it closer, closer and closer. There's a tight rubber band around my 2 fingers, pushing it closer and closer and closer. There's a tight rubber band around my 2 fingers, pushing it closer, closer. There's a tight rubber band around my 2 fingers, pushing it closer, closer. There's a tight rubber band pushing my fingers closer, 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 closer. Now, let me tell you something. For most of you, the fingers will start closing. There's no tight rubber band, right? There's no rubber band at all, right? It's closing. For some of you, it didn't work. I'll tell you why it didn't work. Because you have got what you call a brain that questions your life. For example, where got rubber band? No rubber band. No rubber band. How come? So sorry, if you don't know, this means your conscious brain is controlling you. You need to be able to now tackle that. That's why the 7 days exercise is very, very, very important. Because your brain is now stopping your life. For example, you write an affirmation, I am going to have $500,000 ringgit by 31st December. Your brain will say, cannot, no way, man. 5,000 also don't want $500,000. You see? So same thing here. It tells you, no rubber band, no rubber band. Why rubber band? No rubber band. You see? So it is very important for understanding. It always works, but you need to be able to believe. That's why the day 1 to day 7 exercise is very important in the beginning part. Because it is to reprogram your brain. Second exercise. Okay, look at your hand. Okay, when you look at the hand, can you see got lines here? Both sides, This one got lines here. Here's a line. So what I need you to do, I need you to bring the 2 hands together like this, okay, like this. Make sure the lines are touching. And then I want you to close your hand. When you close your hand, you will see one hand is a bit normally shorter than the other hand. Okay, so put your hands like this. Make sure the lines are touching and close. One hand will be shorter. I want you to show me a short hand. So close it and then you look at your hand and see which one is a shorter hand. Show me your short hand, okay? Everybody? Do it like that. Close. One hand is short, right? If it's both the same, doesn't matter. If both the same, just show me any hand. But if one hand is shorter, show me the short hand. Okay, I hope everybody has got a short hand up. Okay, now what I want you to do, look at the short hand. Whichever the hand, this side or this side, doesn't matter. Look at the short hand. Okay, so let's say this is the short hand. You have the short hand. Now I want you to take the other hand. Because this is the short hand, right? This is the long hand, right? So I want you to put the short hand on top like that. Okay, put like that, okay, on top, and then must go like that. So this is the short hand. Now you take your other hand, put on top, and then you do put like that more than 15 times. You must do, say, grow longer. Okay, so you're giving instruction to your hand. You do grow longer. Okay, do everybody grow longer, grow longer, grow longer. Come on, amuse me. Just do grow longer, grow longer, grow longer, grow longer. Do it. Grow longer, grow longer, grow longer. 5 more times. Grow longer, grow longer, grow longer, grow longer, grow longer, grow longer. Okay, now you put back and check. Okay, I guarantee you, the hand would have grown longer. Okay, so this is a very powerful exercise to give you an understanding about how powerful the brain is. Now, so when your father said you're stupid because you've got your mother's brain, what happens is you believed in it. The moment you believe in it, then what happened? It becomes part of your life. Because you believed, oh, I've got my mother's brain. So similarly, I need you to know this, So manifestation by default is what we have been living in. I'm telling you, stop it. Start now, manifestation by deliberate attraction, which is day 1 to day 7 exercise. Okay, and day 8 until day 14 is by the third one, which is manifestation by divine intervention, which I'm going to start tomorrow, right? So today's session is to talk about the 7 first exercises. So for those of you who have not done this exercise before, and have never done all my 7, please go to the 4th of May when I started the first exercise. Go to my FB posting or Instagram posting and look at the exercise. I've done that day 1, day 2, day 3. Start doing the exercise. But let me explain the 7 exercises. So day 1, I said the first exercise is to write down your goals, desires, and your dreams for 31st of December 2020. Okay, the reason I started saying this is because when you're in MCU, a lot of people have got this negativity, right? So I said, hey, let's focus on something positive. So I said, sit down. So you can write goal for 1 year, 2 years, 6 months. It's up to you. You can write a monthly goal. Fine. I decided that maybe to help you to do this program, I said, why don't you write a goal whereby by 31st of December 2020, you need to achieve this goal. So those of you who got questions, you can key some questions as you go along. So I'll see whether I need to answer the questions. Yeah. But if possible, I'll do all the 7 exercises first, then I'll answer the questions. So first one was write down the goal and write down as many as you want. I know my good friend Nora told me she's got so many, and I've got another person say I've got 15. I've got a lot of people wrote a lot of goals. That's fine. That's all fine. Okay. But I just need you to understand that all the things you write will come through if you believe in it and write it down first. So day 1 exercise was write down. So write down car, house, money and everything. That's what you did. Now that's day 1. Because you need to understand, you cannot get into a taxi, not a Grab. Get into a taxi and the person asks you, mana mau pergi, or where do you want to go? And you said, anywhere also can. The taxi fellow will say, it was so stupid when So every day we get up in the morning, go to work, come back, get up in the morning, go. Sometimes you don't even know what you're heading for, right? So it's very important. Day 1 exercise, write down. Go back and write down all the things you want to achieve by 31st of December 2020. Now, forget about, will it happen? What if it happens? It's free, hello. It's free. Just write. So for day 1 exercise, write down all the things you want. So I've got a lot of students who are watching. Okay. One of the questions that's asking you, do I do all the 7 exercises in one day? No, if you're following my program, you have to do one day. If you have missed for the last 7 days, of course, go back and do all 7 in one day. But otherwise, do day by day. Okay. Each day 1. If you can start from day 1. So day 1 exercise is write your goals. Now day 2 exercise is very simple. So you have now written your goals. But there's so many goals there, right? How do you deliberately reprogram your brain? Remember I said it takes 21 days to reprogram your brain. So what you need to do is you need to write affirmations to reprogram your brain. Okay? And each of these affirmations you must write 16 times. Each 16 times. Now, if you have written 10 goals or 10 dreams, you cannot be writing down 160 times. Okay? Whole day you're gone, finish. So what I suggested on day 2 is few things. Number 1, I said select 3 of the main goals. So for example, if you select money, so if you have selected money, with the money you can buy a car, your house, whatever, right? So select 3 main ones. And I say write it down and combine this affirmation, okay? Write down 3. Now if you can write down 3 affirmations and you want to write 16 times each, fine with me. Or combine them into one. And I've told you, I've given my phone number before. I say, send it to me. I will combine it and give it to you. So do that. Send it to me. I'll combine and give it to you. But you write 16 times a day. You can do that. Now, the most important thing is that you need to understand there was a special wording for it. For example, when you write the affirmation, you must write, I'm so happy and grateful. The word grateful must be there. So it could be I'm excited and grateful, happy and grateful, I'm delighted and grateful. But the word I'm happy and grateful must be there. And you must write as if you have achieved it. I'm so happy and grateful that I have the money, that I am an MDRT or I'm a diamond or whatever. I am. I am driving this car. I am, and put a date. So very important that you have that wording. So go to day 2 exercise. I've clearly explained to you the do's and don'ts, what to do and all. Follow that. And so if you need my help, I've given my phone number in that exercise. Type your affirmation, send to me. I'll correct it and send it back to you. Write 16 times a day. Now I want to answer 2 questions here. Number 1, people ask me, why is it 16 times a day? Because spiritually, all scriptures, the Gita, the Quran, the Bible, everything says this. They say when you write something down more than 15 times, it becomes a reality. Just like earlier I said, if you say something 40 times, it becomes a dua or a prayer. Similarly, when you write something 15 times and above, it becomes a reality. So what you want to remember is to write 16 times a day. That's the reason. Second thing I want to tell you is that be careful about the wording. This is the reason why I tell many of you, please send me the affirmation. I want to read the words because many people write it all wrong. For example, they write words like, I want to be debt-free. Now, when you say, I want to be debt-free, I want to be what is the focus? Debt. If you tell children, don't run, what do? Run. They carry a glass of water. Don't drop it. What do? They drop it. Say, don't climb the coconut tree. What do they say? Where's the tree? See, the brain doesn't understand the word don't, whatever you say, don't do, the word comes in. Like, for example, if I say, don't do this, you'll do that. So when you say debt-free, the word debt becomes relevant. But very careful. Some people say, I want to be free from illness. Illness. Some people say, my blood pressure must reduce. My blood sugar must reduce. You need to say things positively like optimal health, financial freedom, I have so much of money in my account, which means you have so much of money in your FD. Of course, you've paid off your debts, right? So it's very important how you word it. So please, for those of you who have not typed out and send me the exercise, don't write it, take picture and send. I cannot correct it. I have no time to type it out. Type it out, WhatsApp me, I will look at it, correct it, send it back to you, and start writing. 16 times a day, every day. Another question, if you miss one of the days, don't worry, start the next day. But my suggestion is, don't miss it. How long do you write? Write until you achieve your goals. But normally, when you have written down for 21 days to 30 days, you would have started to understand that this thing works. And then you would become more clear that you have to do this continuously. Yeah? Okay, so that's day 2, which is affirmations. Okay. Now, if you have questions, wait for a while. Let me finish all 7, then I'll answer questions. Yeah. Day 3 is about vision board. So why vision board? See, writing is one thing, but you need to have clarity. For example, you would say, house, I want to live in this house, So again, clarity. Yeah? House means what? Double-story house, single-story house, condominium. You must write freehold if you can, how big you want. You can write where. Like many people send me message. I am so happy and grateful, I live my own house. Where? You just put your own house. What if you get a house in Raup? What if you get a house in Tanjung Malim? You don't want to go to Tanjung Malim. What if you get a house in Tanjung Rambutan? You don't want to go to Tanjung Rambutan. Correct. So be specific in PJ. Don't say big house, double-story house, single house, bungalow house. Very, very, very important for you to be very clear about it. So type it out, send it to me for me to check. Yeah? But day 3 is vision board. Vision board is very simple. Find pictures. Now that MCO has been conditional MCO, so you can go out, right? Go out and buy some magazines or, download pictures from the internet, print it out, and find a place where you can put all these pictures. Now, the good news is this. The pictures that you put on the board could be anything you wrote from day 1. Remember, day 1, you wrote a lot of your goals and dreams and everything. Yeah, take everything. Now you can put. So even though your affirmation, you're writing only 3, which is, I'm so happy and grateful that, I'm slim, trim and healthy, weighing this much, and I live in this house and I drive this car and I've got so much of money in my bank. But in your vision board, you can have the picture of the house, picture of the car, you can have S&P agreement of the house you're buying. You can have bank statements. You can have your bank statement or your ATM, balance sheet, ATM, put it there, change the date, 31st December 2020, and put how much money you want. Cancel the amount that is there. Put amount, 1 million. 1 million might be too high for many of you. 100,000, 200,000, whatever the figure is. And put this on your vision board. Now, why? Because you need to be able to look at it. Writing is one thing, but looking at it is more powerful because it's visual. We are visual people. If I ask many of you here, when you are doing GPS, okay, you prefer to hear the voice, you prefer to look at the picture. Many of you will say, I prefer to look at the picture because we are very visual people. We are very visual. We always, I don't have time today to explain to you about visual part of it, but it's very powerful. So we are visual people, so it's better to put a vision board. Now, which brings me to the fourth day exercise. The fourth day exercise is visualization. Okay, visualization is basically where this is what you need to do twice a day. You need to do visualize twice a day. You need to get up in the morning, look at the vision board first. Look at all the picture vision board. Then close your eyes for 1-2 minutes and visualize driving the car, living in the house, getting a letter from the bank with the bank statement giving so much of money, traveling overseas, traveling first class, So you really need to look into this, okay? So vision board, you've written it down and put it up, look at it. Which fourth exercise, visualization. So if you don't have the pictures, it's very difficult to visualize. So that's why I'm telling you, do the vision board, make sure all the pictures are there, and then you look at it and then close your eyes and visualize it. You can visualize anything, your career, your promotion, your business success, your different pin level, different award level. Put down there magazines, that gives you that award, one of my friends asking, I want to appear with Oprah Winfrey, then take a picture of Oprah Winfrey, you sitting next to her. People say, I want to look at look like Priyanka Chopra. Then get a picture of Priyanka Chopra, just cut the face, put your face there, look at like her. But put it on a picture form, so when you look at it, it becomes a reality for you. And then you look, close your eyes, and you visualize. Now, let me tell you something. For the first 7 days, it's very difficult to visualize because your monkey brain will work. When you close your eyes only, you'll have a lot of disturbances. So preferably do it when the children are sleeping, do it when it's quiet, put your phone in silent mode so that there's no disturbances, okay? And also, preferably, what you need to do is that you want to be able to do it at the same time, morning and night, but twice a day, yeah? There's a question on vision board. Let me answer that question. So that it's easier for me to, should I paste the bank statement of the monthly income or tracking or yearly income? Actually, it's up to you, Gloria. You can actually put monthly, but I would prefer you to pick one. You see, if you can get a bank statement, you can actually have a bank statement where you can actually key in or write down monthly what are the deposits that's come in and how much at the end. It depends on you, whether you want a total figure at the end of the year or you want to have monthly amount coming. So we can say that, for example, if your affirmation is, I'm so happy and grateful, monthly I'm making 10,000, and you want to, then you can have a bank statement, show every month money is coming in. If you have affirmation is, at the end of the year, I want to have 100,000, then you have a bank statement, just show at the end of the year. Both is okay, Gloria. There's another question earlier by Shankari. She asked if, I think it was, Shankari's question is, if I start writing, can I change the date in the affirmation? Yes, Shankari, you can change the date anytime you want to change. If you want to, see, when you start writing, remember I told you, conscious brain, subconscious brain, superconscious brain. Superconscious brain is your spirit, your soul. So when you start writing in, your soul will tell you, your feeling will be, too big la, too soon la, not. So understand, when you keep getting that feeling, then you might want to rechange it. Or if let's say the time has come, you have not achieved it, then you rewrite the goal. But let me tell you something, if the time has come, if you don't even see even a little bit of result, say for example, you say, I want to make an additional 10,000, but when the time comes, you should make at least additional 5,000. If you are not, then you are not doing exercise day 8 to day 14. Because that means you are spiritually not connected yet. That means your divine intervention is out. So please revisit day 8 to day 14. Many people write affirmations, dream won't come true. Because this is the first part. You reprogram your RAS. Even though you reprogram your RAS must communicate with your soul must communicate with the universe for it to come true. And for your RAS and your soul to get connected, you need to, very, very important, you really need to do the day 8 until day 14 exercises, yeah? So let me go back to the day 6, day 5. Day 5 is rapid fire. Okay, so you have a vision board, which is all the pictures, you do visualization. But you're traveling, right? You're driving here, you're driving there, and then you're going to the office. So what do you want to do? You want to have something called a rapid fire is like vision board. Mission gun. So you want to write down affirmations in post-it notes. Your affirmation, post-it note, maybe 10 post-it notes, 10 affirmations, stick everywhere. Stick on your dressing table, stick in your toilet, stick in your fridge, stick in your car dashboard, anywhere, so that, or steering wheel, so that everywhere you go, you'll see it. Keep in your handbag, and so on and so forth. Similarly, you can put picture of the car that you want. Okay, everywhere. Rapid fire is also like you can put a screen cover in your phone or your laptop with that. Okay, vision board also can be in your digital, can be on a screen cover of your laptop. But what you need to understand, rapid fire is where you want to rapidly program, because you look at a vision board which is in your house, you see it once, maybe it's upstairs, but you want to be able to see it. So the other day somebody was telling me, Mr. Karthi, when I go to the office, I don't want other people to see my goals. Simple. You have a drawer, when you open the drawer, make sure your rapid fire post-it note is there. Open your handbag, it's there. Keep it where you can see it, because when you see it again and again and again, you read it, it becomes more real. Because whatever you read out, if you read out again and again, it becomes real. Yeah? Day 6, I talk about the doubling of money exercise. Doubling of money is very simple. Now, you're not supposed to do 100, 200, 400 every day. No. Yesterday was 100. Today is 200. Tomorrow is 400. And so on and so forth. Now, why do you need to do this exercise? You see, many of you say, I want a car, I want this money, whatever. But the problem with us is we have got what you call scarcity mentality. Our mentality is, cannot la, not possible la, it's not, very difficult. Because, and some people have resentment. Some of you, like when you see a BMW, you say, oh, very expensive la, why would I want to buy, how much petrol costs, if somebody scratches car, how much you're spending. So you have got a lot of negativity. You see a big bungalow house, no la, electricity very high, I need 4 maids to clean the house. These are all negative. I mean, people give you a free bungalow, you'll say, don't want me. People give you a free BMW, you say, don't want me. Of course we want, but the problem is we are using this scarcity mentality. You have to change that. How do you change that? You do doubling 100 ringgit exercise. So I gradually do. So 100 ringgit today, 200, 400, every day. So take an exercise book, write down top 100 yesterday. How do you spend? Don't say I want to pay my electricity bill, water. Please, what would you do extra? You always want to do, I wanted to take my children to a nice Japanese restaurant. Okay, 100 ringgit, take them. Write down there. Dinner with my family. Forget about charity. Charity you can do when you have a lot of money. At the moment, make yourself happy. Today you got 200. What do you want to do 200? I want to buy a pair of shoes. I always wanted to buy. But I always thought expensive. 200. Okay, couldn't buy. Fine. Wait, what shoes? Where? 400. 800. My friends, when you keep doing it, on the 14th day, you'll have 800,000 ringgit to spend. This is where it gets exciting, because you Google, sometimes you're looking at Habib Jewel, you look at the notice, you won't even take a second look, no money lah. Then there's an advertisement, first class travel, you won't look, cannot lah. I can't even try fly Malindo, how do I go first class? So you negate yourself a lot. So when you do this negativity and negate yourself, it won't come to you. It won't come to you. That is the reason why it is so important for you to do this exercise. But the good news is this: let's say on the 14th day, you've got 800,000 ringgit. Okay, 800,000. So now you think, I'm going to buy a BMW, which is about 700,000. You buy. Say, Alama, I never buy anything for mine. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow you're going to have 1.5 million, 1.6 million. Or you say, I'm going to pay a down payment for my house for 400,000. Good. Next day you're going to get 1.6 million, right? You can pay the house full. See the feeling. In fact, a lot of people send me messages when they start doing this. They say, Mr. Karthi, I feel so excited spending the money, See, when you are excited about spending money and you Google first class travel, big cars, I want this car. Many of you won't even take a look at BMW. What's the different car? What is the pricing of the car? Because you feel you cannot afford it. As long as you think you cannot afford it, money won't come to you. Because that's a block. So you must change it to what you call a prosperity mentality. This exercise will allow you to do that. Day 7, today's exercise, was about empowering beliefs. See, a lot of us have got this negative beliefs. I can't do this, I can't do that, it's not possible. I have bad luck, I always have bad luck, I procrastinate, whatever. So this has to be reprogrammed, and that's part of the RAS, which is why today I gave you this exercise. Okay, where you have 21 things you read every day. So what do you need to do? These 21 things, you can either write it and read it, or you can print it, laminate it, keep it somewhere and read it every 3 times, 4 times a day, 3 times, 4 times a day. Keep it in your car, the side of your car. So whenever you're stuck in traffic jam, just take and read. When you read these 21 again and again and again and again and again, it reprograms your RAS. You become the empowering beliefs. And when you become the empowering beliefs, your total life will change. Okay, and so starting tomorrow, now, if anybody has any questions, please start typing out your questions and answer the questions now. Anybody, so starting tomorrow, I will actually do what you call divine intervention. Again, I tell you what is divine intervention. It's very simple. You have now reprogrammed your RAS, but now you must connect to your spirit, your soul, so that it will connect to the universe for the things to come through. Or simple, if you have a hand phone, you want to make a phone call, you go to the top of the building so that reception is better. That's why sometimes, I always use this example, when you send a WhatsApp message, one tick, message didn't go through. Which means to say, you send news to God, God never even receive your message. Why? You're not connected divine. Or two ticks, message goes through to God. God don't want to read the message. Why? Universe don't want to read the message. Why? Because you have not done day 8 until day 14 exercise. So starting tomorrow, until day 14, if you do this exercise, you will now connect to the soul, you'll connect to the universe, divine intervention will start. Okay? Questions. So I've come to all the 7 exercises. Okay. Can we start visualizing even before we do vision board? Yes. If you can close your eyes and visualize whatever you want, go ahead. Visualization is more powerful than vision board. But the problem is a lot of people cannot visualize. They find it difficult. They close their eyes about a car, they cannot think of a car. Close their eyes about a house, they cannot think of a house. That's why if you do a vision board and then you look at it and visualize, it's better. Next question. My visualization of 2-3 goals I have chosen to write affirmation about? No, Madhuri, I already mentioned. Your visualization could be again based on what is in a vision board. What is in a vision board? Your vision board will be based on a day 1. But what you could do, Madhuri, is when you start the visualization, you can start with the 3 things that you're writing an affirmation for, because that's our main thing. Main 3, and then you can continue with other things, okay? Can we write affirmation at night? Okay, Arul, see, you want to affirm for good things to come to your life. When you want good things to come to your life, you must start the day. You must early morning get down and write. Now, if you say, oh, I cannot get up, come on, don't give excuses. Get up early, wake up early, but do the exercise in the morning. Get up early and do the exercise, do the affirmation. You see, when you write at night and then you go to sleep, you lose the energy. You write already, but then you're going to sleep for 8 hours. What? So please write the affirmation in the morning. If you couldn't write for whatever reason, then you do it at night. Otherwise, my suggestion, do it in the morning. Yeah. Question. What if the goals are not money related, and how can we do day 6 activity? No, listen, I'm telling you today, Ishwari, you need money in order for you to do good things. So for example, you could be charity, you could be like you want to set up a trust fund, but you must understand something, Ishwari, you don't, see, when you say not money related, I believe it means charity lah. But let me tell you something, forget about charity, yeah? Forget about charity you do when you have enough. I'm telling you today, you must make sure you are happy. You must make sure you are, so okay, for example, Ishwari, don't you want to do something for your family? Do you buy a house for your mother, a house for your father, or a house for your parents, house for your brothers and sisters? Don't you want to take your family for a holiday? Let me tell you something. If you don't take care of your own family, if you don't take care of your own, and you think about charity, money won't come to you. Listen to me. When you actually meet your creator, the creator will ask you, what have you done for the people who are born with you, the people who are living with you, the people who you connected with. Okay? Then go to charity. When you've taken your mom for a world tour, you've taken your parents to a pilgrimage, you've bought a car for them, you bought a house for them, you don't know what else to do. Now you got more money, right? Set up a trust fund, do whatever you want to do. So Ishwari, you can actually text me personally and ask me this question. But please, Ishwari, start with you. Unless Ishwari, you're a Bill Gates, you have so much money, you don't want anything at all. Now you just want to give, do what Bill Gates is doing, just donate. Okay? Then you go into donation. Otherwise, I won't agree with this. A lot of people tend to think that if they do charity, good things will come to them. Let me tell you something. You can do whatever charity you want, but if your children are not given the right things, your family is suffering, your parents are suffering, you will have issues. Because you need to understand they all are with you. Their blessings are also important. Do the right things first, yeah? And then go to other things. Okay, I'm going to stop in a short while because I've got another one. Can we visualize before we do? I think I already answered the question. The doubling money exercise, cannot exceed. Satya, cannot exceed. If today it got 200, spend only 200. Tomorrow you got 400. What? If you cannot spend tomorrow, today is 200. Please keep to the limit. Don't have this attitude about spending more. No. Today is 200, only spend 200. Okay? So if you want to buy a shoes, which is 260, buy tomorrow. Today 200, buy a shoe for your wife. Oh, no. Your wife's shoe is more expensive. So buy something within the 200. Okay? So no such thing. No such thing as exceed. Because you see, Satya, when you exceed, where do you get the money? You have to borrow money, use credit card. Both are not good. Using credit card and borrowing money is not good. So you are creating a borrowing feeling. How to feel this pull so spiritually? Ganesh, actually, there's you when you start writing affirmation and all, you will feel lighter, you feel happier, you feel good, you feel like good things are coming. So when you start writing all this affirmation, I cannot describe it, Ganesh. You will get the feeling. A lot of people who have been following my program for the last 2 months. Many of them have sent messages to say, Mr. Karthi, I feel so good. I feel so happy. I feel so really excited. That probably is where the soul is connected. And also you start seeing miracles in your life. Suddenly your mother talking to you. Like today somebody sent to me. A few days ago she told me that she's got, some issues with the children. And today she texted me and said, Mr. Karthi, it's miracle. It's really a miracle that this has been solved. And that's because, the soul is already working for you. Day 7, do we have to read all the 21? Not really, actually. Actually, you can choose the 21, what is relevant to you. But if you're reading it, doesn't matter. You can read a few, but finish all 21. If you can do at the same time, don't everything. Like, for example, writing affirmation. Should I sit down and write all the affirmation same time? Or can I write a bit? It's like you asking me, Mr. Karthi, if I want to do exercise and build my muscles, can I do exercise 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, 10 minutes in the evening? Obviously, no. You must sit down and finish exercise 1 hour so you get your muscles. Writing the affirmation, same thing. Sit down and write and finish it off. Reading the affirmation, same thing. Finish it off if possible. Empowering beliefs. I missed that part of 21 beliefs. Yeah, empowering beliefs is to reprogram your reticular activation system. Today's exercise, I've given 21 empowering beliefs for you to read. You can do your own empowering beliefs, otherwise follow the 21 that I've actually shared in the class. Spend all can save. You see, Chuyen, your question is again, you can save when you really don't have much. So you can actually say, I know you're from unit trust, so yeah, obviously, but don't 100 ringgit want to save for a day. Don't 200 ringgit. First, get excited first. Get happy first. Buy what you need to buy. Have the car, have the house, have everything. As you're doing it, then sure. Invest in unit trust, put in insurance, save in FD, fine. But don't immediately start saving, okay? It doesn't work that way. 500, yeah, sure, Pana. You're from India, you can start with 500 rupees day 1. No problem, just double. Tomorrow is 1,000 rupees, then is 2,000 rupees and so on and so forth. Okay, I think I don't have any more questions. Okay, I basically have to end now because I have another Zoom session at 10:30. So my phone number, for those of you who need to send me WhatsApp messages, 019 664 3989. 019 664 3989. So what I would like you to do is that if you need any question, just WhatsApp me. I hope you can actually get your friends and all to join in the program. Even if they're late, doesn't matter. If they start tomorrow, it's day 8, doesn't matter. They can go and see all my postings from day 1, which was 4th of May. So day 1 was 4th of May. For those of you who do not know, day 1 was 4th of May. Today is day 7, which is 10th of May. Tomorrow is day 8. So go back and ask them to relook at it so that they can actually do the programs. Thank you, Ganesh. Ganesh has put my phone number there, 019 664 3989. So text me, talk to me. I will meet you again on Sunday, next Sunday, exactly 1 week from now. And what I will do, I will talk about the 7 days of exercise from day 8 until day 14. And I will wrap up everything, see what we can do. From there onwards and see whether I need to do more. I just want to tell you, day 12 is very, very powerful exercise. It's called Ho'oponopono. And a lot of you got a lot of questions. So when I do the wrap up, I'll spend more time on day 12, which is Ho'oponopono. But I will cover all the day 8 to day 14. All of you, you're most welcome. Please take care of yourself. Be safe. You know what? My personal feeling is share with people. Share with people. It's a free program. Share with people. Get them to come so they can join in the program and they too can have an amazing life. And all the blessings will come to you. Thank you very much. I'm done. This video is saved. So anytime you want to go and watch, you can watch it again.